Hey, what's up? Cody here. You ever gotten a compliment? A real, genuine, heartfelt, encouraging word that someone gives to you. Maybe they notice something about you or something that you did or something that just has to do with you somehow, and they say something about it. They actually go so far as to articulate something to you about it. It's interesting what that does to your heart and the way that feeds you in a way. It gives you something that other things just can't do. And we need that and we desire it so much. And I think that we have such a desire for this that we tend to try to do it ourselves. Proverbs 27 talks about this a little bit. First couple of verses, interestingly, don't seem like they go together, but I think they do. And so let me tell you what I read when I read this. Proverbs 27:1 says this: "Do not boast about tomorrow, for you do not know what a day may bring forth." Then verse 2 says, "Let another man praise you and not your own mouth, a stranger and not your own lips." You see, these two verses, while they don't seem to necessarily go together, they're actually talking about the same thing. They're talking about an heart attitude, an attitude of heart that is targeting the way that I view life, the way that I view stuff in my world, and the way that I approach those things. And so when we look at this, what we see is that I have a tendency to view my life and my stuff and my things differently than I view everybody else's. That I have a tendency to think about me, and I think about me in the best way possible. I think about me doing the best stuff and me doing it the best way. And if I don't do it the best way and it's wrong, then there's a good reason, and everyone should just understand. But if you do it and it's not right, or the way that you're doing that, you may think it's awesome, but I think it's terrible. There's a better way to do it. Or if you do what's wrong, you don't get the excuse that I get. You get judgment. That's what you get. We have a tendency to do that. And what these two verses are talking about is how we need to understand that about our depraved souls. That we have a tendency to try to climb up by tearing others down. And the way that I do that is I either grab a hold of someone and I pull them down, or I just try to step on them in order to lift myself up. That I'll build myself up and I'll pull myself up. I mean, in politics, we see this going down all the time. That I don't want to talk about me and what I'm doing. I want to talk about the other guy and how terrible he is. In this, what we see is that not only do we have that tendency, but we also have a tendency to view ourselves in the wrong way. That I want to praise myself and I want to lift myself up. And the reason is because encouragement is such a vital part of our lives. It's something that we absolutely need. And it's something that I think as a people, we, because of our own insecurities, have such a difficult time giving to other people. I think we need to shift our view a little bit and start to think more about how can I find things that are nice or praiseworthy or good or godly in other people, and to actually go so far as to articulate those things to them, not in a way that's trying to be manipulative or coercive, but in a way that's genuinely concerned and loving toward them. And so I want to ask you that question today. Are you willing to do that? Are you willing to think about other people that way? Are you willing to think about somebody else and encouraging them? Instead of building yourself up, instead of trying to get people to do that for you, instead of trying to be noticed for something, instead of trying to get your thing seen and accomplished and done, instead, how about we shift our mentality? What if we think about someone else and we go out of our way to praise somebody else? Not praising myself. I'll let someone else, if they want to bring encouragement my way, or they want to say something genuine or nice about me, that's up to them. But I'm not going to live for those things. I'm going to instead be an encourager to somebody else. In that, we also see that idea that don't boast about tomorrow is wrapped up within this. And the whole concept here being that I think I'm in control. And I think I'm the one that's got this taken care of. But James actually talks about this. James quotes this verse. And what he says in his epistle, in his letter, is that you don't know what tomorrow is going to bring. You have no idea. So don't say that you're going to go here or there or do this and that. Instead, we should say, if the Lord wills. So it's a whole mentality that says, I'm not going to think in terms of me and trying to build my stuff and do my thing. Instead, I'm going to allow the Lord to build my life. I'm going to trust that Jesus really is God. He really is in control, and that I can put my life into his hands. So with that, just think on those things today. Hey, how about add your voice to the conversation? You can leave a comment below right there, and we can talk through some of this stuff together. If you have any insights, thoughts, or questions. Hey, God bless you. Have a good day.